Thank you, Hilton. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm from Toronto, a sunny Toronto, Canada today. Finally, we're in the spring, after a long winter. And I'm very happy to be with the Lean IX and all the participants today, sharing our stories, our experiences with all of you, but also learning. We are already learning, from this very good presentations today. And I'm sure we will really understand much better how you are delivering the practice and using this platform and technologies to deliver value. So I would like to start this presentation today with a safety share, as Hilton was asking about how we're dealing with the crisis with COVID-19. What I would like to share with you today is that at Vale, a global organization, we are facing the crisis in multiple ways. And because in all the countries that we operate, we are considered an essential business as the starting point of many supply chains producing minerals that are being used in many industries. We needed to organize ourselves to continue working and in all the operations, and also supporting the communities that we have around the operations. And for that, in record time, we develop a lot of applications and a lot of solutions to screen our employees, contractors, and the communities, to deliver checklists, to keep all those employees and contractors, in highest health situation, and also developing solutions that we're using internally for contact tracing to really allow, the operations to continue, performing and keeping the lights on. We use Lean IX to put all those applications together and to show others what we are doing. And this was a very nice way to show this catalog, and everybody has the right visibility of those solutions developed in less than weeks or days in some cases. So this is a very practical case of how this kind of a platform can provide visibility in this time of crisis as well. So with this, I would like to introduce the company. Vale is a global mining company located in more than 40 countries. We have multiple line of businesses, including mining, different types of resources like iron ore, nickel, copper. We have a line of businesses of logistic, because we need to move all the production from the mining sites to the manufacturing plants, to the ports, and finally to the end clients that can be located any part of the world. The logistic chain includes the vessels, train, trucks, and all kind of complexity in the supply chain that we need to face, in daily basis. We have also energy production for self-consumption, but also for the communities around the operations, and different kind of manufacturing processes as well. More than 120,000 employees. 80,000 of those are active regular IT users of different kind of applications. So you can imagine the number of applications, services, and technologies that we have across the board. You can see here a quick map of the locations of our main operations. We have mines and operations in South America, in Canada, processing plants in Europe, also in Africa, as well as in Asia Pacific, China, Japan, and Australia as well. There's a huge footprint of solutions. Some of them are global. Many others of the solutions and technology we have are regional and local. giving us additional complexity what we need to manage, yeah, on the IT and technology landscape. So when we started the journey for enterprise architecture almost 10 years ago, we were trying to cover all the aspects of architecture, from information, technology, foundation, and of course, business architecture as well. And we started mapping all the capabilities, as I heard today. So it was difficult to communicate and to even explain what capabilities are. Everybody understood processes, but not really capabilities. But we move forward. And today, yeah, in Lean IX, we have all the capabilities that the company needs to operate, from sales and marketing, HR, finance, all the corporate support, the global capabilities across the board, but also all the manufacturing operations, mining capabilities, supply chain, and of course, planning, short-term, mid-term, and long-term planning, which is essential in this kind of business. The capabilities are really becoming a very good way and mechanism to connect with strategy in the company and to understand where are the gaps, where are the areas that we need to focus, and is helping us a lot on driving and defining portfolio year after year. So as I said, we started the journey of the practice of enterprise architecture 10 years ago, and we are still evolving, adjusting, yeah, because we believe it's a journey. It's not something that you will consider done, yeah, and move on. We started at the beginning with a strong governance. Maybe everybody will recall the architecture review board, pure standards, yeah, and these kind of things. And we understood that we need to move on these aspects and evolve and to adjust and adapt, yeah, for new times. DevOps, agile, more focus on strategy, transformation, digital transformation. And this is what we are doing. In the last 2 or 3 years, we decided to focus more on strategy, more adding value, transforming the business than just pure guardians of standards or just technical architecture. We're using a framework which is well known in the market from Gartner and CEV. Maybe you know it already. And gradually, we're trying to evolve in the maturity level, yeah, and be participating in the strategic discussions, yeah, across the board, in all the domains, in all the line of businesses. But we saw that this wasn't enough. We needed to go further and to do more. And also in the discussions, yeah, with our consulting services, yeah, and understanding the best practices in the market, also we realized that we needed to move and to change the way we work on the delivery side. Mining company like natural resources or manufacturing in general, yeah, is common that these kind of organizations are CapEx oriented projects, delivering things based on a strong portfolios, yeah, comprised by programs and projects, and being measured by the delivery outcomes of those projects. In many cases, not really showing the business benefits and the business value. For that reason, we are embracing a different approach. And this is the key thing in this presentation today. So we're moving from projects to products. Starting in technology, starting in IT, and trying to bring this movement to the rest of the organization. So more focus on product life cycle than just project that we will deliver, most likely successfully, but not really understanding the benefit, not focusing in a continuum of improving the user experience and how those products are delivering value to the company. And for that reason, we needed to adapt in enterprise architecture as well. So the domain architects are becoming categories, product lines architects, and the solution architects are becoming product architects, embracing all the how to call it, the discipline, embracing all the rituals, for DevOps, participating in all the discussion that to improve the product, to enhance the product, not just to deliver projects, on time, on a spec, and on budget. This is a journey that is really keeping us busy, and as an outcome of that, we are creating and building a new operating model cross IT, cross the whole, what we call the technology area, not just for architecture. All the areas in IT are focusing, and this new operating model focus on products, not projects. So let me tell you how Lean IX is helping us in the journey. So we are embracing Lean IX. We are deploying and gradually progressing in the implementation of Lean IX since December 2019. We're seeing a lot of value already. And as I'm showing here in the slide, one example is the business capabilities and the relationship with the applications, where we can explain which capabilities are supporting the different areas of the business, which applications are supporting those capabilities, and how, with a maturity, with a lower maturity, and this is helping us to identify opportunities to improve. Here, the capabilities are the products, and the applications are the technology products. But all of them, following this approach of the life cycle of the product, not just the project. And we are using things like the Relation Explorer to show interdependencies all the way from capabilities to the IT components. On the same lines, and going deeper, we are progressing on the technical architecture. We used to have a lot of static diagrams, VCO, PowerPoint, showing how the applications and the solutions and the products are comprised. And now we are shifting this to dynamic solution designs, data-driven. Very happy to see the partnership with Lucid Chart today, because I strongly believe that this can help us to continue in this journey, because this is another way to dynamically show changes and how things are being organized and understand the interdependencies. Same thing with the interfaces. It was really a challenge to explain integrations at the company. Now it's much, much easier, because we can really connect the interfaces with processes and to show how the data is flowing among the different components. So the data flow diagrams are really helping us on this journey. And finally, as an example as well, is our cloud adoption journey. We started 4 years ago, the cloud journey, and now we are in a multi-cloud strategy situation with providers like Microsoft Azure and Amazon, as global providers, but also with others, cloud providers that is really helping us on with the specialized services. Because we're really where we want to go to find the right services for our problems, and then build the right product to provide solutions to the company. We're just starting the cloud native journey. We really believe that this will help us a lot. We're facing the same problems that were discussed today here, and happy to see that cloud native is really moving forward. Things like governance, information security, violations like Christian explained, are the things that we're looking for on that. and it's the right moment to deploy this in the right way. So with this in mind, let me quickly tell you something about our journey on the innovation network, which is also LeanIX is helping us. And this is where enterprise architecture practice is also helping the company to be more innovative. We're embracing lean and agile, removing waste and focusing continuous value delivery, as I explained, the approach to product lifecycle. For that, we created what we call the innovation network, which is a connected global ecosystem comprised with different teams, not just architecture. We have hubs to capture problems, which at the end of the day, we need to solve business problems to really provide value. We have digital labs to do experimentation and testing hypotheses of the solutions and new products. We have things like every RPA center to automate processes, advanced insight centers to handle big amount of data that we have with machine learning and artificial intelligence. And we have also open innovation network. Because resources are limited, we know that we need to scale. And we are scaling with the startups, university, government, and industry centers worldwide. And those are the elements and architecture working in all of them that we call the innovation network. It's our way to innovate, our way to transform the company digitally, and our way to, at the end of the day, to deliver value to our organization and partners. With this, I would like to finish this storytelling today with some kind of a thought of our lessons learned. And we want to call it the governing dynamics and the search for some kind of organization and ecosystem equilibrium. We believe that sharing the future vision, having full and transparent visibility of all the assets, business capabilities, applications, data, and all the assets that we are, for example, using in LeanIX, is helping to get this governing dynamics in place, including collaboration, co-creation, and single source of the truth. Because in the past, many repositories, very hard to tell the story. Now, much simpler with platform like LeanIX. And everything will contribute to transform, as I said, and to deliver value to the organization. So this is what I wanted to share with the participants of this event today. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, LeanIX, for the opportunity. And in the current COVID-19 situation, the message: stay safe, stay healthy. Happy to answer any question.
Marcelo, thank you for sharing that story. It's always a pleasure hearing you speak. There are a few questions. If you can stick around for a few minutes, we'd appreciate you answering some of them. I'm just going to refer to my phone. Don't worry, I'm not updating my Instagram account. We've had the question sent directly to my phone. The first question is, how did you successfully align with all your different lines of business efficiently to drive the innovation and transformation that you've been so successful in?
It's a hard conquest, and is a journey. So I would say that the main way to do it is basically with a lot of communication and active participation in the discussions. Sometimes it's natural because we are engaged in those discussions. Sometimes we need to demonstrate. We need to show the value and recommend solutions that those line of businesses will view as a potential benefit for the company. And the challenge is to show this in a global way. Many times we have very good product and solutions in local and situations and regions. The hard part is to show this across the board. And again, it's with a lot of communication, a lot of contact with the business stakeholders to demonstrate that what we have to offer, makes sense and can be implemented.
Good, thank you. That's great. So another question, what were some of the first projects you tackled using the Lean IX tool, and where did you see the initial value?
I heard in the event today that sometimes it's better to focus on the future vision than the current state. So the first project we tackled on Lean IX was bringing all the information that we have in multiple repositories to Lean IX to provide a single source of the truth. Because we believe in this kind of a visibility. Because if not, we have different teams, different people telling different stories. So that was the starting point in Lean IX. With this, we identify specific cases really based on the current priorities of the company. Not to try to boil the ocean, not at all. It's very, very hard. So we focus on a specific pain points, areas where we needed to improve. It could be the strategic planning. It could be asset management. It could be finance management. Based on this strategic opportunities, we focus on those capabilities, applications. We defined the future vision and the roadmap, and we use this mechanism to engage the people. So this was the strategy we used to start, and then gradually grow and adding new things, step by step.
Great, thank you for sharing that too, Marcelo. And one final question for you before we let you go on your way. What were the most powerful features in Lean IX to drive your initiatives across the organizations? And how do you measure success from where you're sitting in the EA landscape?
So the business capability mapping is really becoming a very strong mechanism to show the connection between IT and the strategy of the company, as well as finding the gaps and therefore the opportunities to improve. This is a very nice feature, which, because it's connected with all the others, is helping us to navigate from the capabilities through the products, applications, all the way to the IT components. Also to manage, for example, technology risk of keep the environment current and updating the technology. So I would say that those are the main that we're using to leverage the journey and the process. And quickly, so how we measure success of EA? This is something that we are discussing every day. But definitely the main measure of success for our EA practice is be sure that we are delivering value. And the value can be measured in different ways. It could be financial value. It could be rationalization of the landscape that will be traduced in cost saving, for example. It will be the opportunity to be more agile as a company, transforming the business and simplifying the processes. And also it will be, which is something that we are focusing a lot due to the type of business, is to manage risk of all types. Again, financial, health and safety, manufacturing, supply chain. So when EA is contributing to those areas, really creating value and simplifying the communication and enabling the conversation to define this strategy, is when we find out that we are being successful.
Wonderful, Marcelo. Thank you for sharing those useful insights. And thank you for spending so much time preparing and delivering this to us today.